She'd used the fake tragedy to control Noah emotionally and extract money for supposed medical bills and therapy. Noah eventually discovered the truth when he found the fake ultrasound photos online. They were stock images Rebecca had downloaded and printed. He'd confronted her, and she'd admitted everything without showing any remorse. She'd actually laughed and said he was stupid for believing her. Noah divorced her immediately and said he'd be willing to provide a detailed statement about her patterns of deception. He wanted to help stop Rebecca from hurting more people the way she'd hurt him. We met with Abigail again on Tuesday, bringing everything we'd collected over the past 2 weeks. The hospital records, the witness statements from Phyllis and Danielle, the information about previous families Rebecca had scammed, Noah's statement about the fake pregnancy, Tom's documentation of the social media posts, the timeline I'd created of my relationship with my mother. Abigail reviewed it all carefully, taking notes and asking questions. She explained that we had a strong case for undue influence regarding the will. The speed of the change combined with Rebecca's documented history of manipulation created a clear pattern. We might also be able to pursue fraud charges depending on what financial transactions we could document between Rebecca and my mother. Abigail recommended we try one more time to reach my mother directly before pursuing legal action. She suggested a letter that laid out all the evidence in a clear, factual way. Something my mother couldn't ignore or dismiss as easily as a phone call or visit. Diane volunteered to write the letter that night. She spent hours drafting and revising, making sure every point was clear and supported by documentation. The letter explained everything we'd discovered about Rebecca's history. It included contact information for Phyllis and Noah and the other victims who were willing to talk. It described the fake terminal illness and the fake pregnancy and the pattern of targeting vulnerable people. It outlined the financial fraud and the social media deception. Diane made copies of the most important evidence and included them with the letter. She sent everything certified mail the next morning so we'd have proof that my mother received it. Now we had to wait and see if my mother would finally open her eyes to what Rebecca really was. 3 days went by with nothing from my mother. Tom called on the third evening and told me he'd seen Louise at the grocery store that afternoon. She looked bad, really bad, thin like she'd lost weight fast, and her face was pale and drawn. Tom said he tried to walk over to talk to her, but she saw him coming and practically ran out of the store, leaving her cart half full in the middle of the aisle. She didn't even look back when he called her name. That image stuck in my head all night. My mother running away from her own nephew in a grocery store. Rebecca had her so twisted up that she couldn't even face family members anymore. The next morning, Diane's phone rang while we were having coffee at her kitchen table. She answered, and her expression changed immediately. She mouthed "Holden" at me and put the phone on speaker. Holden Barrett had been my mother's financial advisor for 20 years. He managed her retirement accounts and helped her with tax planning and investment decisions.